Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing his word fervently throughout the four corners of the planet. All right, and shalom to the elect, Salaki. Right, and I just got this video. All right, I got queued up. Pretty much going into the times that we're in. All right, and the times that we're in is of what? Great desperation. All right, a great transformation. All right, the dollar collapse, the ushering in or the instituting of the CBDC, central bank digital currency. All right. And ultimately the mandate of the MOTB, okay, which is the mark of the beast for you people that don't know. All right, so let's I got this video. All right, I'm going to play it. All right, and we're just going to get into it. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, BlackRock, right? Once that Bitcoin ETF gets approved from BlackRock, all of the floodgates are going to open. All those, trillions of dollars that's held in the regular stock market, between Bank of America, BNY Mellon, BlackRock, over 20 trillion in assets exposed to crypto, right? Once that Bitcoin filing gets approved, the ETF gets approved, which I believe it will, because just like the European Central Bank said, Bitcoin is going to have one last artificially induced last gasp. So if the trillions of dollars from those big corporations that's holding assets and stuff like that, if they are wanting to be in crypto and exposed to crypto and going to expose all that money that they have in stocks and put it over to crypto, doesn't that sound like a artificially induced last gasp?
So let's look up, all right, the definition of last gasp, right?
Last gasp. Last gasp. Last gasp.
And it says, done at the last possible moment, typically in desperation. His current appeal is a last gasp effort to try to overturn the conviction. And that's highly spiritual. All right, because Esau is on trial right now. All right, by way of the Heavenly Father and his son Yahweh Shai, man. All right.
Brad Garlinghouse, he said in 2022, within the next 3 years, right? He said within the next 3 years, over 20 trillion is going to flow into crypto. And now look what's happening. BlackRock wants to be involved with crypto, when before they said they didn't want to be involved with it. Now they want to be involved. BNY Mellon wants to be involved. Bank of America wants to be involved. Just with them three, just with those three. That's multi-trillions right there exposed to the crypto.
Hey, and why do they want to be involved? All right, because it's the inevitable. All right, crypto is ultimately the bridge, all right, to the MOTB. Like he said, at first they said they didn't want to be involved, all right, and now, all right, they want to be involved, all right. Which when they said that, that was all just you know, a tactic, you know, to point the people, all right, in a different direction. All right, they'll say, hey, we're not going to do this, or we're not planning to do this. All right, to get you, you know, to let your guard down, and then eventually Esau, all right, comes out and do what he said he wasn't going to do, and that's been Esau's, that's been his mo. All right, he been running the same game plan, all right, for a century. All right, let's go.
To the crypto market and exposed to Bitcoin, because you know once people buy Bitcoin, you know, and Bitcoin explodes to like 150,000, when you have multi-trillions being dumped into it by all these big fat corporations, Bitcoin's gonna go up. Probably it's like 150,000.
And that's more so. That's going to be in the form of the Fed dollar. All right, the Fed now. All right.
All the altcoins underneath of it, they're gonna just go parabolic. And if you're not well positioned, then I feel sorry for you. But that's what's gonna happen. You know, with the BlackRock once they approve the Bitcoin ETF. But yeah, check the Patreon link. There's other videos that I can't really put on here, but check.
Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second. And this is the point. And a great crashing from the hills. Meaning what? The stock market is going to collapse. All right? The stock market is going to collapse. The dollar is going to collapse. All right? And it's all going to happen in the effort, what? To bring in this digital currency. All right? And then eventually, what? The RFID chip. See, Esau is going to move in what you call steps, all right, little increments here, little increments there, all right, and then eventually, once he get in position, what he's going to spring his trap, all right. Okay, now you would think, and you would think that, you know, it would be the people would be, you know, marching in the streets, burning down burning down the country because of this. But you know, you will be surprised how little these people are informed. All right, we was at camp about 2 weeks ago, and we was, you know, just trying to get a poll on, you know, what the people actually thought about the CBDC, the Fed now. And to my surprise, nobody knew. All right, nobody knew about the Fed now. Nobody, everybody was pretty much clueless. All right, and I was baffled, man. I'm like, damn, you figure, hey, man, we know, brothers in the know, we know, but you figure, hey, man, they're about to switch over to digital currency, this, that, and the third, and you would think that this would be the top, the top thing that, that everybody would be talking about, but it's not. All right, which goes to show you that this, matter of fact, let me get this. Let me get this. Let me get this. Right? Because these people, this is Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So these people are in gross darkness. These people have no clue what's going on. All right, but what we do, all right, we understand perfectly well what times that we're in. But these people, all right, are totally oblivious. All right, so yeah, so the you know, this whole crypto thing, this whole Fed now thing, all right, this is going to lead to the collapse of the market, the collapse of the economy as you know it, the collapse of the dollar bill, all right, all in the effort to bring forth, all right, this digital dollar, all right, Salakia, to bring forth this MOTB, all right, let's go ahead. Right here.
Please look at camera for entry.
And if you stand on the shoes and look into the spheroid until you get the green light, that'll open the door for you.
Oh, stand on the shoes?
Please look at camera for entry.
So there you go. You see what? It said, please look at camera for entry. And you see the title, who's ready for social credit system? Right? And all these things are going to tie in to this B system. All right, to the Internet of Things. All right, the MOTB, the social credit system. All right, the universal basic income. All right, 6G. What else? You know, pretty much all this is what is going to culminate, all right, to make up the New World Order. All right, we're about to take things are about to change drastically. All right, and here it is. Hey, you see it say who's ready for social credit system? Hey, and it's going to come to pass to where as though you're going to walk up to the store. All right, and it's going to tell you to look at the camera, facial recognition software. All right, your chip is going to be scanned before you even get into the establishment. All right, and then you'll be let in, and then whatever you need, you'll get, and then you'll leave. All right, and you'll be charged like they got those Amazon Go stores. All right. It says, let me get this. Let me see. All right. Let me get this. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And all you know, and this is really, matter of fact, all right, this is a part of that great wrath. All right, let me see. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Why? Because this devil is about to come down with great wrath. All right. This devil is about to bring chaos and death on a mass scale. And here it is. They didn't approve. Okay, lab grown meat. All right. They poisoning the water, poisoning the air. All right, so what this devil, hey, that's all a form of this devil coming down with great wrath. All right, that's all a form what of the wicked band and rulership. Right? I mean, if this ain't if Esau not the devil, hey, like Job 9:24 said, if they not the wicked, then who is? Right? It's I wanted to get let me go to my next right here. Matter of fact, let me get this. Right? This is the Wadi Yabashu Yabashah for bringing it back to me. Psalms 10:5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgment are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. So the point was, all right, his ways are always grievous. All right. Going into, once again, him coming in, he know him that he has but a short time. All right. Going into what when the wicked are ruling the people mourn. What his ways are always grievous. This is going to be a grievous life. All right, that people are about to be living. All right, you can't say what you want to say. All right, you constantly being scanned. You're constantly being watched. All right, you're constantly being penalized for something that you might have said. All right, hey, like that movie, like the movie, what's that, Demolition Man. Hey, when they would say a curse word, they would get a fine. They would get a fine, all right, for cursing. All right, well, because that's not really cursing, but you brothers know what I'm getting at, right? So that's where we that's the dystopian future, all right, that we're heading to, all right, where it's going to be always grievous. All right, everything you're going to be monitored. You're going to be in jail. It's called restricted movement. That's what they call it in the penitentiary. All right, or jail. Whereas though you are being monitored, you already being monitored, but you don't have. They take away more of your freedoms, if you will. All right, you may be come out your cell for an hour out the day. And then in that hour, you got the shower, use the phone, all right. You eat in your cell, all right. Everything, all right. And basically, it's called restricted movement. Everything is monitored, and pretty much is everything is pretty much locked down, all right. And that's what they're about to turn, all right, the whole world into. They're about to turn the elite are about to attempt to imprison the whole planet. All right, let me get this. All right, and he's gonna attempt to do it by way of, okay, what, restricting the people. All right, restricting your food. All right, restricting your water. All right, so that you bow down to his demands. All right. So that you bow down, all right, to that MOTB. Let me get this. Where is that? So like you bear with me. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? There you go. There you go. Damn, what the, I just had it. Ain't nothing but the devil. Bear with me. Damn, where is that? Bear with me. Where is that? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Come on, Cletus. This one right here, I try to say the best for last. Alright, and this is, where is that? Oh, here it is. Got it.
Stop right there. This is gonna freak you out. Let's look at the Jumbotron. This man I'm about to show you is in charge of a prison ankle monitor company in Baltimore. He just pulls up on his phone what everybody's at and everybody's doing that's attached to his company. That's just...
Hey, and what did I just say? I just say what? They're about to attempt to make America, you know, one big prison, well, really the whole world. One big prison. All right. Now check this out.
To start, listen to this whole thing.
And then that gives you a history of where that person's been today.
This is kind of like incarceration, but with an electronic monitor.
Well, it is incarceration.
Do you see his face?
We have people's lives.
He said, hey, you heard what he said? Well, it is incarceration. So America is about to be a prison. All right, and all you that take this chip, all right, you're going to be the prisoners. All right, you're going to become prisoners, and under the if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's the 13th Amendment. All right, slavery is legal. You know, if somebody actually commits a crime, all right, where they go to jail, all right, then it's they can pretty much put you in you know, slavery. Hey, and you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. He said, "Well, it is." I'm gonna run it back.
This man I'm about to show you is in charge of a prison ankle monitor company in Baltimore. He just pulls up on his phone what everybody's at and everybody's doing that's attached to his company. That's just a start. Listen to this whole thing.
And then that gives you a history of where that person's been today.
This is kind of like incarceration, but with an electronic monitor.
Well, it is incarceration.
Do you see it?
Well, it is. Hey, in other words, it's slavery. Okay, let's go.
His face?
We have people's lives in our hands. We have freedom.
He said we had people's lives in our hands. All right. That's what this devil wants. All right, this devil wants to be like he wants to be like the Lord. He wants to be able to. He wants to have the control to be able to know where everybody's at any given time. Had the power of life and death. All right. Let me get this. This is Isaiah 14. This is Isaiah. I'm going to start at 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Because this devil is about to fall. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what this devil is attempting to do. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to the hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, you devils are going into captivity. All right. All right, you're about to go into chattel slavery. All right, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, let's go.
Because we're helping people.
That's just a start. Listen to this whole thing.
And then that gives you a history of where that person's been today.
This is kind of like incarceration, but with an electronic monitor.
Well, it is incarceration.
Do you see his face?
We have people's lives in our hands. We have freedom in our hands. Because we're helping people to learn a better way of living.
See that? He says we have their lives in our hands. All right, and then you see how Esau tries to. He try to reason how he try to use his snake tongue, his forked tongue to justify the means of his wickedness. Hey, look, this is a devil, man. All right, this is who we dealing with. Look at this guy, man. All right, a straight devil. All right, and meanwhile, hey, you it's a prison system, so you know who the main who the main customer is. All right, it's you tribes. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Let's go.
So you think there's an element of
Let me
correct?
run it back.
That gives you a history of where that person's been today.
This is kind of like incarceration, but with an electronic monitor.
Well, it is incarceration.
Do you see his face?
We have people's lives in our hands. We have freedom in our hands. Because we're helping people to.
See, we have people lives in our hands. We have freedom in our hands, right? This is Esau's way of what? Attempting to be like Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Learn a better way of living.
So you think there's an element of corrections to being at home detention?
Oh, absolutely. You're only 1 foot out of jail. You got 1 foot in, you got 1 foot out. Society still hasn't come on board with all this. You know, so wait till they have
What'd you
chips.
say?
Oh, absolutely. You're only 1 foot out of jail. You got 1 foot in, you got 1 foot out. Society still hasn't come on board with all this.
He said society still hasn't come on board with all this. So basically what? All right, and this is what this CBDC is all about. All right, getting society to they're warming society up to what? To accept this MOTB, this chip, man.
Yeah, so wait till they have chips.
Hey, he said it. He said it. Y'all heard it? He said, wait till they had, hey, that's the spirit. I didn't even know he was going to say that. He said, wait till they had chips. Wow. Let's run that back. You see more face?
You're only 1 foot out of jail.
You see the other guy's face and shit lit up like, oh shit.
Society still hasn't come on board with all this. Yeah, so wait till they have chips.
What do you mean?
Once they put a chip in you, then they'll really be able to watch you, right? Then you won't have this stuff.
You mean like a chip in the body?
Absolutely. It's eventually going to come.
You heard him? He said it's eventually going to come. Hey, this little skit right here says a lot, man. You see his face? You see the hey, man, a picture says 1,000 words. All right, so what does the video say? He said, hey, it's coming.
They're working on it.
Let me see.
Yeah, so wait till they have chips.
What do you mean?
Once they put a chip in you, then they'll really be able to watch you, right? Then you won't have this stuff.
And he said, once you get that chip in you, they'll really be able to watch you, and you won't have this stuff. All right, hey, they're gonna put it inside you. All right, and you're going to be what? You're going to be, all right, considered a slave. All right, you're going to be considered a prisoner. And ultimately, this is why this is why us as Israelites are not to take this chip. Why? Because the Lord said this. All right. Let me get this. This is Revelations. Salakia. Salakia. This is Salakia. Bear with me. This is why the Lord said this. And like I said, this is why we're not to take that. All right? It says, Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee into captivity. He will visit thy iniquities, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So, what we're not going into captivity. All right. Let me get this. Let me get. Let me get this real quick. This is Nahum 1:9. What do ye imagine against the Lord Yahweh? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. So, hey man, we're not gonna. The Lord said what? We're not gonna go into captivity for a second time. All right, and this is what Esau This is what his whole mindset is. All right, to put the children of Israel into captivity, but in doing so, what he's gonna put his people into captivity as well. Like the scriptures say, he that is evil to himself, who shall he be good to? Right? Matter of fact, yeah, it says what our warfare is accomplished. All right, the Lord is done punishing us. So if we was to take this mark or take this trip, that would be us putting ourselves into captivity a second time when the Lord said that pretty much he's done with punishing us. All right, and to take this mark or this chip, all right, is a direct rebellion against the Lord. All right, and guess what? Hey, the Lord is going to kill you for taking it. Let's go.
You mean like a chip in the body?
Absolutely. It's eventually going to come.
They said eventually gonna come. They working
We're
on it.
not done. It gets worse. But did you hear where he just said he's the guy in charge of the microchips? Again, a private company. It gets worse, okay? You ever hear of innocent until proven guilty? After COVID, they just started slapping these things on everybody. And before long, according to the literal expert in charge of that, microchips are coming. Listen to what else this man thinks. Also, the person with the microchip or bracelet or whatever is the one paying for it to this guy, but by mandate, instead of the taxpayers paying for them in prison.
For you pay to stay out of jail is that you're able to be with your family and pay taxes, rather than our taxpayer money paying for them to sit in jail and to be unproductive.
In our system, you are
See, see. So you see what Esau is going to turn the whole planet. Hey, because just think about it. Once they institute these chips, all right, they won't need jails. All right, they can charge you. They can charge you. All right, to pretty much just like this. The only way they'll still have the jails for the people that can't pay to stay out, but you really paying to be incarcerated. All right, they won't need jails to be obsolete, and then to be honest with you, they won't even really need jails because let's say you don't pay, they could just cut your bank account, they could kick you out your house, all right, they could cut your food off, all right, cut your water off, everything. All right, it'll be worse. It'll be, being out here on the streets would be worse than being in jail. Cause at least in jail you get what? You get food, you get shelter, all right, you get clothing, all right, you're taken care of. But out here, all right, you're gonna be in jail out here, and if you can't pay, to stay on that ankle monitor, guess what? They just cut everything off. All right, and you can't buy nothing, you can't eat nothing, you can't, So Esau is diabolical.
Instead of the taxpayers paying for them in prison.
For you pay to stay out of jail is that you're able to be with your family and pay taxes, rather than our taxpayer money paying for them to sit in jail and to be unproductive.
in our system, you are considered innocent until you're proven guilty. So that's the part where I'm like,
He's thinking
does this
bullshit.
make sense?
I think things have changed in America, and the way the system works is that it's like, you're guilty. Now you gotta prove your innocence. I just happen to be a businessman that got into the business to help people.
To help yourself, dude. Oh my.
You see that? So basically, you're a prisoner. You're guilty. All right, until you're proven innocent, and then guess what? Everybody's guilty is going to be labeled guilty under this devil. Why? Because he has all your personal information. He has all your phone data. He knows everything about you. All right, so he could just go in and say, hey, yeah, you said homos is an abomination. Well, that's an offense. All right, that's you broke the law. This that. Hey, Esau make up shit on the fly all the time. All right. Let me get this. This is. Let me get Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Yeah, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. You're not going to be able to, prosper in their world. All right. It said, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding. It says, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, which what the mark of the beast is, what 666. All right, and that's ultimately the RFID chip. All right, let me see. 14 and let me get this. Let me get this. All right, because it's a punishment for taking the mark. Revelation 14 and 9. And a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, which is that RFID chip, in his forehead or in his hand, right? The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? That's you know, I just thought about it. That's also going when the Lord said, those which that I would not reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me, because you choosing to take the mark, that's you don't want the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His Son Yahweh Shah to reign over you. So what you take the mark, what you're going to be slain in front of the angels and Yahweh Shah and the Lamb. All right, you're gonna, and it's going to be in the form of being burnt up in World War III, when this place is totally annihilated with nuclear missiles. All right, so hey, hopefully it was edifying. I'm gonna leave it there through the Spirit. I'm gonna say, call Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shah. You know, Tawadi Yahweh Yahweh Shah for putting the Spirit on me to do this lesson. Hey man, we here. You know, we just need this thing to go digital, and we one step closer. All right, to this thing going okay. You know, to the end. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.